couple more for you here. Got to ask you about Burrow. Hoping to play on Thanksgiving. I don't know
Oh, I
how to
was
feel
nervous.
about what?
I was nervous. I was
What do you
nervous,
mean?
Kate. He was going to go this weekend. I was like, man, can we let's just wait, like just a little bit. Just, I know it's Joe, but just wait a minute.
Well, who's
You know,
making the? Yeah. What are your thoughts when you hear like I don't know how to? I want I know what he wants, but I
yeah.
don't know. And after a lot, I don't know what the right. I mean, I think the right decision is to not play him.
Yeah, I'm in between it. I mean, obviously, you got your quarterback, you're paying that much money, and there's an expectation of him being your leader of the franchise. And I know he feels that obligation to go out there and compete with his guys. Like, never leave your boys out there if you can be out there. That's always a thing in the NFL as a player that means the most to you, that you never leave your guys behind. If you feel like you're capable, you're on the football field. But, I went and, visited him a little bit this season and got a chance to go by and see him, and we had their game and hang out with him in the house, and just all he's doing is literally eat, sleep, breathe, and just getting back on that football field. That's all he cares about. And then the only thing that means anything to him is getting back out there with his guys. And so I knew when I heard that he went full practice or whatever, or limited practice this last week, I was like, oh no, this guy is pushing them to let him on the field. The second he feels like he can do it, he wants to go. And I'm glad that they took a week. Now, whatever they decide to do this week, I think with it being a short week, does that really, I mean, a short week in the sense of like him going out and he's got to now, all right, you're going to go from Joe Flacco to him in 1 week. I kind of hope they wait like another week or two. Like, let's just,
Yeah.
because my thing today is like, you can feel good, right? Like as a player, and I've done this. I've had knee injuries, I've had ankle injuries. You go out and you feel good in practice and you're like, hey, I can get through the practice. I feel great. But the violence of an NFL Sunday and doing it 60, 70 times, it's just hard to ever replicate. And I think what you would hate is you get out there and midway through the game, it's like, man, this is a little much on me, or this is a little bit too much pain, or I'm feeling it,
Right.
and you got to take him out. So I just think that you're better off saying, hey, what's the absolute longest we can push him, and he's going to be mad at us. I mean, I've had some run-ins. I shared this last week. Like I'll never forget calling. I called our team doctor one time in Cincy and made him drive to the facility
No.
and threatened to, I was like, listen, I'll fight you if you don't clear me for this game. All right. Like I'm playing
Were
in
you
the day.
3-8?
No, but my point is that like you get like that as a player. Like you can
I
only
get
see
it.
one thing. I'm playing in this game. You know what I mean? And so I'm worried about that part, but hopefully they can hold him off long enough to feel really comfortable about where he's at and get enough reps, like live practices, everything else of him out there on it, on his foot, playing, throwing, pushing off, to
Yeah.
feel really good about him moving forward.
But what does that mean? Hold him out there. How much could? Why it should it be up to him? Well, hold him off.
Listen, it's
Is he
always
not
up
the
to us, Kay.
employee? Like you can be a frustrated employee calling your, just saying, get me in there, but it's, how much of a negotiation should it be?
Well, listen. Here's the thing. I'm of the old school mindset, and listen. Any football player that wants to be on the football field that next week can be on the football field if they want to be. That's just the
I like
truth.
that.
So
Okay.
you forget. Sometimes we make this more complex than it is. Like you are the one giving the feedback of how you feel. So like we can read into
Yeah.
like how people feel. Like I don't care what it is, right? What injury? You're the one giving the feedback. So if you really want to be on the football field, you could be on the football field. So
Sounds like he's
I think
playing.
yeah, so it sounds like he is, but I think that they're going to probably, and my point to it, Kay, is I think it's less about fighting him off. It's more about, all right, hey, Joe, here's the established grounds we have for not necessarily how you feel, but here's the process for how we get you back on the field. And what's that look like?
Mm.
It's a 3 week window. It's a 2 week window. We want to see you, do this much practice before we're clearing you. And it has nothing to do with how anybody's feeling. We think that this is the progression for what gets you back to playing your style of football.
But your style of football is something that I've really listened very diligently to you talk about specifically as you're close to that organization, just your mind, how it works. And you sort of talked about his play style and the injuries, right? How those two things play off of each other, let's say. Whenever he does get back there, whether it's Thanksgiving night on NBC, up against a division rival, is there a way that you'd like to see this something change with the way to keep him upright?
Well, I think you look at it, I'd say this, and I don't mean this from like an age standpoint, but like look at some of your true pocket passers that still play in the game right now. Like I always say, like I would love to see Joe lean more into like what Matthew Stafford is.
Yeah.
In the sense of when plays are broken down or plays aren't there. I mean, you look at him last night, like you just get rid of the ball. Like let's get the ball out. Let's move to the next down. And I'm not saying that you're giving up on plays, but you're trusting like I have the capability mentally, how sharp of a passer, how accurate I am, what I can do with the football in my hands and read defenses and understand coverages and know what I need to do to get the football to my guys. Like I can trust that I can give this down up and on the next down, I'll prove to you that I can make up for it. And sometimes I think guys feel like they can make up for it in the down. And you got to start to realize, like, hey, maybe it's the next down that I get us to without us losing yardage, without me getting injured, without something bad happening. And on the next down, I'll make up for it. I just think of like, I remember even Peyton. I mean, I can remember Peyton Manning like hitting the deck. Like guys would come scot free and he would just hit the deck. Like him and Eli, like, they were great at that, right? Tom sometimes, like, just hit the deck, take the sack, and say, hey, you know what? Next play. Like I'm going to convert on this third down and long, and then we're going to keep
Right.
it moving. We're going to go score. And that's my point is I think sometimes with these things, it's like, hey, Joe, you being healthy is number one. And I'd love for you to learn, like sometimes some of these plays, we don't have to extend them further than what they are, especially when they're three steps or ball where the ball's supposed to get out. If it's not there, let's move to the next down and then let's go execute the next one.
Last one for you. What do you know about this Lane Kiffin Tigers thing, right? Your LSU Tigers, big decision. I'm seeing reports. I'm seeing like confirmations and all. LSU, big offer, 7-year, 90 million. Are we back in that hire?
Man, I tell you what, I should have got into college coaching apparently.
There's still
But no,
time, buddy.
yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you. I got, 4 kids, 5
Yeah, I was
dogs. It's
gonna
all good.
say your life's
I got
pretty
too many
good. It's
animals.
pretty good to
There-
be Andrew Whitworth. Here's
Too
what I
many
heard
animals
today.
right now.
Here's what I heard. You just dropped by Joe Burrow's house, like to check in with him. You're golfing with not only Matthew Stafford but Devontae Adams also, and then you are taking extended trips and like enjoying the second family vibe of your TNF
Oh
on
yeah.
Prime family. Like life's pretty good for Andrew with lots to be thankful for this Thanksgiving. I love that.
That's right. There's no doubt there is a lot to be thankful for. But yeah, I'm excited. Let's see what happens with the Tigers. That's a tough one though. Okay. I don't know. I'm
Why?
in between.
I
I
don't
hate
know
the
enough.
college
Tell me.
system. I just hate the college system. I hate that this is even a thing to hire a coach right now in the middle of a team season and an opportunity they have to go compete for a championship. I know Nick Saban shared some thoughts on that, and I'm right there. I was, Nick's first recruiting class. He's always been somebody I've
Hmm.
listened looked up to. And I agree with him, man. I mean, it's a very flawed system that this is where we're at. And it's unfortunate because in one hand, I would be so excited for us to get a great quality football coach, whoever that is. If it's Lane Kiffin, that's awesome. But on the other hand, like I would also be a little disappointed in him that you would like leave a team that has leaned on you and listened to you and fought their butts off to put themselves in a position to go win a
Yeah.
championship. So I just think that we've unfortunately put college football in a place that just, in my opinion, just it's gotten a little gross and it's just not fun to watch in that sense. Like I hate that that's become how we're doing these kids and teaching them because we forget these guys are in really honestly some of the most formidable years of their life. Like they're learning how to become men and they're looking at these head coaches, they're looking at these people in administration and above them that are involved in all this NL stuff, lawyers, agents, you name it. They're looking at those guys to figure out what it's like to go be an adult, what it's like to go be a grown up, what kind of person do I want to be? And some of the things that I think intangibly we're teaching them are just unfortunate because it's not all about the money. Sometimes life is about where you're at and who you are and the obligations and commitments that you've made, and do you live up to them? And those are the things that are going to actually, at the end of your life and the end of your time, you're going to have the most gratification from and get the most out of.
I know you don't want to be a coach, but gosh darn it, you would be such a freaking good coach because it's about the football and then it's about being the man and everything in between. And your
Sean,
opinions,
Sean tries every year. I tell Sean the same thing.
I
I'll just come by
know.
and say hello. I'll come give him a hug. You know?
Well, for now, you'll just enjoy sitting back with your 3-time All-Pro tackle resume, Super Bowl champion ring shining in the background, an analyst for TNF on Prime. Eagles, Bears, huge, huge implications in the NFC in this one. And then, of course, Fitz and Wit. Everybody to go subscribe and download. And happy birthday to Fitzy and happy Thanksgiving to you and the whole Prime family.
I appreciate it, Kay. Thank you so much. Happy
I
B-Day,
appreciate
Cindy.
you. You look great. This whole thing is working. I love everything about it. We'll be back.